I think I'm the right person to give you this information. Why? As you know, I have bought a BYD electric car. As you know, I have made, 50 plus videos about BYD, the car company. As you know, I've made that many and more about Tesla. As you know, I own shares in BYD and in Tesla. There's probably no one better qualified or less impartial than I am when comparing these two companies. I'm a big fan of both of them. So the question is, are all these claims by the media that are everywhere and being repeated constantly actually true? Did BYD really just pass Tesla as the world's biggest electric car manufacturer? Well, here are the facts. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking. You can see I'm a little bit animated here. This is kind of a clickbait. It's not a clickbait story. I'm going to give you the real facts, but I'm reporting on clickbait. I don't really like clickbait. I try to keep my videos as factual as possible. And I've been getting these emails from all these people, right? Facebook messages, emails, even emails from companies saying BYD has now overtaken Tesla as the world's largest electric vehicle manufacturer. That's the phrase they're using, the world's largest electric vehicle manufacturer. BYD has done amazing stuff. I mean, within 12 months, look at what they've done. They've turned their company from being a very minor player in China to being the second largest manufacturer in China. And they stopped making purely internal combustion engine vehicles within that space of time. I mean, Volkswagen could only dream of changing their company in that space of time, that quickly, that efficiently, and then still making a profit. That would be a dream. How they did that, I don't think anyone knows. It's an amazing achievement. So this video is not to downplay BYD. My BYD vehicle was meant to be here within a few weeks. It might take an extra month, but it doesn't matter. I'll own one soon. So yes, I do like the brand, but no. They did not just overtake Tesla as the world's largest electric vehicle manufacturer. Now, of course, this is coming down to wordplay. What do you consider an electric car? What do you consider an electric vehicle? Well, I'm going to get to that in just a minute. But first, let's have a look at this actual story and let's have a look at the facts. Now, I like what Derek Fung has said about this. In fact, Derek's quite a good journalist. He works for Car Expert. And he says, despite a report to the contrary, Tesla is still the world's #1 electric vehicle manufacturer, though it recorded its first sales dip in several years, thanks in large part to the 2-month COVID lockdown of Shanghai. Chinese automaker BYD sold 641,000 vehicles during the first half of 2022. This was erroneously reported by the Financial Times, news.com.au, just media all over the world, as meaning that BYD had become the world's biggest electric vehicle producer by sales. While BYD's first half total sales did beat Tesla, I mean, clearly it was a decent margin, nearly 80,000. BYD delivered 641,000. Tesla delivered 564,000. So that means BYD beat them by 13% during the same period. So the first 6 months of this year. But it's got to be said, BYD currently sells both purely electric and plug-in hybrid vehicles, whereas Tesla exclusively sells purely electric vehicles. According to earlier figures released by BYD, the Chinese firm sold 4,635 internal combustion engine vehicles in the first quarter. Those were just stocked sitting around in their warehouse, their factories, just no one wanted them. They dumped them off. They dumped that stock off, right? In March, BYD sales were split evenly between plug-in hybrids and pure EVs. Now, I think people claim that BYD made its last non-electrified vehicle in March of this year. I don't think that's true. I think they made their last non-electrified vehicle in December of last year, but it doesn't really matter. The point is they no longer make purely internal combustion engine vehicles. They confirmed in April they would no longer make cars solely with internal combustion engines because, frankly, no one wants them. Funny that, isn't it? Funny that, Toyota. BYD's worked it out. You haven't. Anyway, the company's sales target for 2022 is 1.5 million cars. With supply chain problems and the possibility of local COVID lockdowns in various parts of China, it's unclear if the Warren Buffett-backed firm will reach its lofty goal. But considering the fact that it's actually achieved this number, right, so far this year, Derek Fung, I don't agree. BYD, the chance of them achieving 1.5 million, I would say there's a 99% chance. I would say they're closer to getting to 1.6 to 1.7 million. Why? Just look at Chinese car sales. Look at BYD's ramp up last year. They sold way more cars, right? 70% of all sales last year. In fact, 75% of all sales from the company last year happened in the second half of the year. That's pretty normal for China. A bit more for BYD, a bit more extreme for BYD. But look at what BYD is actually doing. Look at their factory that has just opened. Look at their battery factories they now have 6 different plants, 6 battery factories. Things are going incredibly quickly. They were able to produce when others are not. That's the key. They're able to ramp up when Toyota goes down, when Honda goes down, when Ford sales go down, when GM sales go down, when Volkswagen sales go down, all of these companies, right, all their sales are down this year. All of them, every single one. BYDs, what are they doing? They're up 300% versus the same time last year. This car company, whatever is going on there, they just defy the odds. They continue to do it. And really, come on, let's be logical here. So all they need to do is deliver, 850,000 vehicles in the next half of this year. It is a foregone conclusion that that will happen. The other thing to remember is that BYD have just leaped Volkswagen, not just in electric vehicle deliveries and plug-in hybrid vehicle deliveries, but also in their market cap of their share price. And I told you guys, buy BYD. I begged you to buy them about a year ago when I started this channel. I made numerous videos talking about it. So hopefully you did, because they're the only electric vehicle manufacturer worth more now than what they were worth 4, 5, 6, 7 months ago. Right now, BYD's market cap stands at US 132 billion. That's 190 billion Australian dollars. Behind Tesla on US 712 billion or 1 trillion Australian dollars, and Toyota on US 212 billion or 305 billion Australian dollars. Volkswagen's share price has fallen 30% in the last month. Its market cap is now just US 88 billion. That is a long way behind BYD. I mean, clearly the market is agreeing with us on this channel, right? That BYD has more potential than Volkswagen as a company, not just a car company. BYD is not just a car company. They are not at all just a car company. In fact, this is a fact. They make iPads, right? They make phones. They make batteries for cars, for energy storage, for all kinds of things. They make many different parts that go into electric vehicles. They make commercial vehicles. They make lots of different products outside vehicles. But what this means is that BYD are not far off now being worth double what Volkswagen is worth. That's not far away. That seems possible by the end of this year. What does that tell you? It tells you the market sees huge potential in this car company. But does that mean they've overtaken Tesla? No, it doesn't. When people make videos, right? When people write articles, when people have discussions, do we really say to each other electric car sales when we're referencing plug-in hybrids? We don't. No one does that. This is about the English language. When we talk about, right, the English language really, and whatever language you use, is really determined by the way it's used, right? Words take on a new meaning, therefore they change their meaning in the dictionary. That eventually happens. And obviously, when we refer to electric vehicles, we don't refer to plug-in hybrids. That's just not what we're referencing. We do, though, when we say NEVs, new energy vehicles. That is a reference to all kinds of electric cars, plug-in hybrids, electric vehicles, and that's what they say in China, NEVs. They don't say EVs, they say NEVs. So yes, is BYD the largest NEV manufacturer in the world? Absolutely they are. In fact, they may grow their lead over Tesla this year. They might not. They might. But absolutely, they're ramping up to become massive when it comes to NEV vehicle sales. Remember, about 55% of all BYD sales right now are purely electric. About 45% or a bit more are plug-in hybrids. Yes, BYD are the largest NEV vehicle manufacturer in the world. No, they are not the largest electric vehicle company in the world. But hey, this is just an opinion. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. Am I right? Am I wrong? How do we use the word electric? How do you use it? Do you use it in the same way that I do? I think most people do. But let me know what you think. And as always, hey, it's almost the weekend. Have a great day, and I'll see you again on the next video. Bye-bye.